The internet is going wild over this all-natural, probiotic-packed yogurt called Coconut Cult. People are saying it's helped reduce their bloating, clear up their skin, improve their bowel movements, even boost their mental clarity and reduce anxiety. How? It could be the 16 strains of live probiotics in each and every spoonful, but does it really work? And is it actually worth the $10 price tag for an 8-ounce jar? To find out, I've brought in Nutrition Coaching Academy Coach Josie to help me break this all down.
Hey everyone, Coach Josie here, and today we are reviewing and testing the viral Coconut Cult yogurt. Now, unless you're not on the probiotic side of the algorithm or you don't have TikTok, you might be wondering, what makes this viral yogurt so much different than a normal Greek yogurt? And why is it so much more expensive? We're talking $10 for this 8-ounce jar. Well, this is Coconut Cult. It's a coconut-based fermented probiotic yogurt that packs over 100 billion CFUs of live cultures in just under 2 ounces. That's more than most probiotic supplements that you can get at the store. Unlike regular yogurt, which is usually pasteurized after fermentation, a process that kills off many of the bacteria, good and bad, Coconut Cult is made in small batches and left raw to keep all of those live cultures intact. And according to the brand itself and tons of users, all those live probiotics are said to help with digestion, bloating, skin clarity, mood, mental clarity, immunity, and basically everything else associated with a healthy gut. And with all of these benefits, and let's not lie, probably the cutest food packaging I have ever seen in my entire life, it is no surprise that Coconut Cult has grown a massive cult following of their own. And no, seriously, they call their customers cult members, which I love that. Now we're going to get into whether or not these benefits actually hold up in just a moment, but first let's talk about how Coconut Cult tastes. So we're gonna start by talking about the original Coconut Cult flavor, which is just fermented coconut milk and nothing else. Now I picked up these 3 8-ounce jars for $10 each at Whole Foods, and I was able to get the original strawberry as well as the chocolate mousse flavor. But they do have larger sizes and more flavor varieties. I saw an orange dreamsicle on their website if you want to order online. Now, at first glance, it seems like there is barely any yogurt in this container, and you're kind of right. But Coconut Cult isn't necessarily made to be eaten by the bowl like other yogurts. It's more helpful to think of these as a probiotic supplement more than a snack. And before you dig in, I do want to preface that the brand recommends that you start with about a spoonful or 2 ounces of the yogurt per day, since a serving contains billions of live cultures, like I mentioned earlier. You can eat more than 2 ounces per day. It is safe to do so, but there's really no evidence showing that going over 2 ounces is necessarily more beneficial. And since there are so many probiotics in here, some people have reported that if you eat too much at once, you could spend a little extra time in the bathroom. So they recommend starting small and working your way up over time. And most people I've been seeing online and what's recommended on the Coconut Cult website is to start with about a spoonful a day. So that is what I have done. Now I've actually been using the original flavor for a week, so this won't be a dramatic taste test, but I can tell you a little bit about what my first impressions are and what it tastes like. Now I will say this flavor in particular really surprised me because I assumed it would be just like a plain Greek yogurt, kind of really sour and not my favorite taste in the world, to be completely honest with you. But this, while it does smell kind of sour, I don't recommend smelling it, just go right into tasting it. It's actually very lightly sweet. It's not too sweet at all, nice and light, and it has a really good light coconut nuttiness flavor to it. The texture is really good. It's creamy. This one does, I think, have some coconut pulp in it as well. So it's actually really good tasting. It's not like a pina colada or anything, but it's definitely not gross. Doesn't taste like plain Greek yogurt if that's something you were worried about. It's got a slight tang, but it's balanced out very well by the nuttiness and the coconut flavor. So I was actually pleasantly surprised, and I've definitely enjoyed using this as a part of my morning routine. Now, before we move on to talking about the next flavor, let's actually talk about, do these probiotics work? And whether there's a difference between taking something like Coconut Cult versus a probiotic supplement in pill form. But first, a quick disclaimer. While we do know some of the benefits of probiotics and their role in our gut health and how our gut health affects our overall health, this is still a relatively new area of research. So any broad wellness claims like this helped me lose weight or this cleared my skin are going to be mainly anecdotal and not backed by clinical evidence quite yet. That said, studies do show that probiotic supplements, especially for those whose diets are low in fermented or cultured foods, can be beneficial. beneficial. They've been shown to reduce the symptoms of IBS, reduce antibiotic-associated digestive issues, and help support the gut lining and microbiome balance. But then again, a lot of this research is still emerging, and we can't always separate correlation from causation. Like, is your skin clearer because of probiotics? Or is it because having a healthy ritual like this encourages you to drink more water, move your body more, eat healthier foods, and just generally take better care of yourself? So while we can't conclusively say that Coconut Cult or any other probiotic supplement is a one-way ticket to good gut health, here is what we can say about Coconut Cult specifically. First, it is a high-dose and highly diverse probiotic food with over 100 billion CFUs of probiotics and over 16 strains of bacteria in the product. And it's a whole food-based source of both pre and probiotics. But it is most likely not a cure-all. And it's best to think of it as a well-formatted probiotic food that can complement a healthy lifestyle, but not a guaranteed fix for things like weight loss, acne, or any other issues. With that said, let's talk about our second flavor, strawberry. Now, the strawberry flavor, well, it's just absolutely adorable. It's like the cutest one out of all of the ones that I have here. This is going to have just coconut, cream, water, but then they also added some strawberries, dried raspberries, and some natural sweeteners. So the ingredients list is actually pretty short when you are reading these Coconut Cult labels. So we'll go ahead and give it a try. I'm just going to take a little bit to be careful. This is what the texture looks like. Let's go ahead and give this a shot. Oh, that is so good. This is so good. This one is definitely better than this one. This one's really good. The nice thing about that I'm noticing with all of these, really creamy texture, kind of just melts in your mouth, has a little bit of coconut flavor to it, but you definitely get the strawberry taste in this. Not sour at all. This one it's a little tangy, but it's not in like a plain Greek yogurt tang. It's just more of a feeling you get. This is really good. I think if this one's a little too natural tasting for you and you like strawberry or kind of a fruity flavor, this is phenomenal. So this gets a 10 out of 10. I love this one. Now, as I mentioned, I have been taking Coconut Cult for about a week now, and while that might not be long enough to see any dramatic effects, I can tell you about some of my first impressions taking the product. And honestly, I am going to take that as a win, because when I was researching this, so many people said that when they started taking Coconut Cult, they would just be spending a little bit more time in the bathroom as they got used to it. I didn't notice any changes there, so I am glad that didn't happen. But yeah, I didn't really notice anything too terribly different in my skin, my mood, my digestion, but I am overall a pretty healthy person. I eat pretty nutritious foods. I exercise regularly. I go get my sun. I go on walks. So if anything, I'm kind of assuming that this is just adding a little extra support to what I'm already doing in my lifestyle. What I will say is I have really enjoyed the ritual of waking up right away in the morning and going to my fridge and grabbing one of these and taking a spoonful. It's kind of like a good wake-up treat because they taste really good, and I feel like I'm doing something good for myself because I have the fun packaging and I pull it out. It's just kind of a fun thing to do in the morning. And I do notice, because I am taking these, I'm kind of making better decisions right off the bat in the morning because I'm doing this thing that is going to improve my health. So maybe I'm going straight to drinking a glass of water before I go straight to coffee, which is normally how I do things. So it definitely sets up my day in a really positive way. But again, a week is not usually enough time to notice any major changes with any supplement. And the Coconut Cult website does say it takes about a month or so to start really noticing the benefits with your gut health, skin, mental clarity, etc. So if you've been using Coconut Cult, I am curious to see what your experience has been. Go ahead and let us know down in the comments what you've noticed. Now let's move on to the last flavor, which is chocolate mousse. Now with the chocolate mousse flavor, if we go to the ingredients list, it's still extremely short. It is just the coconut cream, coconut nectar, and then organic cacao. I believe that's how it is pronounced, with all of the bacteria here as well. So I will go ahead and let's give this a try. That is so good. That one is my favorite. I have been trying this one because I just had to try it. And this is my absolute favorite one. Again, does not taste sour like a plain Greek yogurt. It's got a coconut thing going on underneath. It's naturally sweet, and the texture of this one, it is very much like a mousse. So these are a little more creamier in the sense like a traditional yogurt, but this one has some of that airiness to it, which just makes it a little lighter, a little bouncier. I don't know if that's the word I should use to describe it, but this one's really good. And I think if you are a sweets person, that's what you tend to lean towards. Definitely check this one out. I think this is one of their best sellers, and it's a fan favorite of everybody on TikTok. So I think this one is everybody approved, but definitely us approved here. So now let's talk about my final thoughts on coconut cult and whether or not it's worth your money. After trying out coconut cult for a week, I honestly have really enjoyed having it in my daily routine. I personally think all of these flavors taste really good. It's a great whole food probiotic supplement. I mean, I would rather, take a spoonful of these every day than take a probiotic pill or something. It's definitely a lot more enjoyable, and it has a lot more of those helpful bacteria than a traditional probiotic supplement does. And I definitely think this would be a great addition to your supplement routine if you want to maximize whatever you can to make sure you have a healthy gut. That being said, is this a cure-all for weight loss, all digestion issues, acne, and all those things? Probably not. But if you're somebody who wants a more enjoyable food-based probiotic supplement and you don't mind spending $10 every couple of weeks, I think this is definitely worth checking out. And now we'd love to hear from you. Have you tried coconut cult? Let us know your experience down in the comments and whether or not you think it's worth it. And other than that, that's all from me. Thank you guys for watching, and back to you, Mark.
Well, folks, that's our full review of coconut cult. And if you like this video, make sure to subscribe to our channel for more practical reviews and evidence-based takes on nutrition and wellness. Today, we talked all about coconut cult, but in this video I linked up right here, I'm breaking down the science of gut health. You're going to learn all about that in this video. So check it out now, and I'll see you in the next video.